Last year, the National Planning Authority recommended an increase in capitation grants to ensure quality education. For instance, it proposed that the annual allocation per learner under universal primary education should rise from 20,000 to 63,000 shillings, 174,000 to 530,000 shillings at O level, and from 255,000 to 885,000 shillings at A level. Secondary school head teachers have reiterated the necessity for enhanced funding to effectively sustain universal secondary education schools.
To align it with the cost of school consumables and utilities, they tend to be facing different directions. The actual cost of education is far different from what you're giving us.
The head teachers have asked government to endeavour to ensure that every learner gets a meal at school.
This will address the challenges of low enrollment, dropout, and also low achievement. Those are issues which are disturbing everyone's mind. So we think at the ministry headquarters, you ought to come up with a solution to this.
However, some argue that insufficient capitation grants has resulted in some government schools imposing fees for essential services, contradicting the principle of free education. During the release of UCE results earlier this month, Minister of Education and Sports Janet Museveni noted that government shall start implementing free and compulsory UPE and USE in a phased manner, starting with UPE in financial year 2024-2025. For this, an additional resource of 309 billion shillings is required on top of the 1.3 trillion shillings that government gave towards UPE in financial year 2022-2023.
As we roll out the comprehensive compulsory free universal education, it goes with more funds. The coming financial year, government has approved 309 billion, meaning that our capitation grant will increase, meaning that more teachers will be recruited, more head teachers will be recruited.
They spoke as the selection exercise for Senior 5 closed.
The performance in the 2023 examination was better than that of 2022. The failure rate also dropped by 0.5%. This means that 95.9% of the learners who sat for UC exams can progress to post-UCE level. However, with this good performance, schools have hiked cut-off points.
The number of students have increased in the schools, the population keep on increasing, and the performance was good, meaning that the competition was high for the competitive schools.
Many of our candidates usually, they don't turn up, especially those from Central. So we have to admit more, but we also admit more internally.
However, several schools, especially those under USE program, are concerned at the lack of teachers and equipment, which affects their performance in science subjects.
So the teachers for sciences, sometimes they don't come when they are transferred to that place. So that's one of the biggest challenge we have as schools from hard to reach.
We lack the classrooms. Some of the students study under trees or in temporary shelter, which we have made. Initially, the school was meant to be O-level.
The Senior 5 learners will start first term on 11th March. NOBERT ATUKUNDA, NTV News.